What up? It's your boy T-Bear here. The reaction. Today's wrestling is not Wrestling Wednesday. It's that see about to do some WrestleMania related videos as well too. So I was getting one with WrestleMania on this. All three is about chases and the wrestling was the storyline. Sorry, my nose is running. Excuse me, man. Sorry, I'm a little the weather. This is about WrestleMania plans changing, whether it's last second changes within the matchup. Was if you see the video, it definitely was responsible for the likes of the heist of the century and the end of the streaks. Well, changing the storylines. You'll see that afterwards. But right now, we're gonna check out plans changed or ruined because of injuries happening. So that being said, without further ado, 10 WrestleMania plans ruined by injury. Last one I did was from WrestleMania. This one's by partsFUNknown. Well, let's get it. Hold on, let me make sure I take it off for Odo. I did. All right, let's go. I should kind of want us. Don't do this. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. Oh my God, work beat, damn it. All right, let's do it.
I believe it was Marlon Brando's character from On the Waterfront who said, "I could have had class, I could have been a contender, but I fell on my bum because I slipped on some ham." I love movies. Wrestling is a dangerous game. Injuries can strike at any moment, which must make booking a WrestleMania card stressful as balls, knowing that the capricious gods of fate could KO your best laid plans with an errant twist of a joint or a pull of a muscle. And naturally, as you'd expect from a show that's been around for 38 years, injuries have ruined a great many WrestleMania plans. Oh dearie, dearie doctors. I'm Adam hailing from partsFUNknown, and here are 10 WrestleMania plans ruined by injuries. Number 10, Jason Jordan versus Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus Kurt Angle. Remember Jason Jordan? He only started watching wrestling after Mania 34, then you'll never even have heard of him because it was on the road to that show of shows in NOLA that Mr. Jordan underwent surgery for issues with his neck, a sidelining that he never returned from. Jordan's surgery was, quote, a quick fix surgery, according to Kurt Angle, a man no stranger to neck issues, which is morbidly appropriate considering he was, in kayfabe, revealed to be Jason Jordan's illegitimate father. Jordan was apparently scheduled to wrestle his tag partner at the time, Seth Rollins, at Mania 34. Makes sense. They'd already started to sow the seeds of dissension, and Jordan was getting good heel heat for it. Rollins instead was inserted into the IC title match, which ended up going gangbusters for the lad. A year later, Jordan was earmarked to wrestle his Olympic daddy in a retirement match at Mania 35, but he still wasn't cleared in time, which means the match went to Baron Corbin, a significantly worse option for us all. Number 9, Batista and Rey Mysterio versus Big Show and Floyd Mayweather. Celebrity matches at WrestleMania are either brilliant or terrible with no in between. Logan Paul, brilliant. Snooker, terrible. Mr. T at Mania 1, brilliant.
He didn't do the Cole. partsFUNknown didn't do the celebrity one. Cole Hulk did. That's why Cole Hulk actually picked Snooki as the best one.
Mr. T at Mania 2, terrible. One of the better celebrities.
WrestleMania. WrestleMania did it. Hold on. 10 celebrities. Hold on. Who did the 10 celebrity one? It probably was partsFUNknown, but that wasn't Adam. I'm trying to figure who did it. Was it Adam or the other? So it was partsFUNknown, but it wasn't Adam. That's why, because it was the other guy that did it, and he actually put Snooki as a 10 best members. So yes, so we got a little in between inner partsFUNknown feud going on here. All right. Anyway, let's keep going.
Matches in Mania history saw the Big Show lose to one of the greatest boxers and most ostentatious assholes to draw breath, Floyd, considerably richer than you, Mayweather. According to an interview with Tall Paul, the tallest Paul you ever saw, the original match was supposed to see Big Show and Floyd team up to take on the best friend team of Rey Mysterio and Batista in a battle of the littles and the larges. However, Ray suffered a biceps tear in February during an overseas tour, and the match was pivoted to Mayweather versus Show in a David versus Goliath match, albeit a match where David is such a prick that everyone goes, you know what, actually, that Goliath's all right. Number 8, Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara. Or Rey Mysterio. So many
I wonder if it's just Sin Cara with the injury, because the original Sin Cara was injury prone like crazy.
Injuries to the knee, at least 5, according to that famous "Don't try this at home" PSA. Except this time, it wasn't Ray's boo-boo that put paid to his planned match against Sin Cara at WrestleMania 29. WWE scheduled the match in order to set a world record for the most marks wearing masks in one building. That would have been genuinely very unsettling to see, like that bit at the end of John Wick 2 where all the people turn to look at him, but instead it's thousands of children whose parents have bought them a fucking lucha mask. Anyway, Sin Cara blew out his knee, shelving him for a number of months, and Mysterio ended up walking out of the company owing to frustrations he was having with the whole storyline.
Wow.
Bad time for lucha things in WWE. Number 7, Lita versus Trish Stratus. Lita versus Trish is wildly heralded by WWE as one of the greatest.
I was wondering why they never had that. They got a WrestleMania matchup, but we got the main for it in Raw, but always wonder about that.
Rivalries of all time, even receiving its own episode on the WWE Network series, Rivalries, named Rivalries because it's a show all about rivalries. However, despite all the accolades, the two women never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, which seems crazy. The only Mania match they were both in was that triple threat also featuring Jazz at Mania 18, which was, it was fine. However, the two were booked to have a match at Mania 21 in a storyline that began with Trish mocking Lita over having a miscarriage, mid-2000s WWE, everyone. The story would see Trish beat Lita for her women's title at New Year's Revolution before Lita got it back at Mania. However, at New Year's Revolution, Lita tore her ACL jumping off the ring apron, putting her out of action. In a panic, WWE booked Trish versus Christy Hemme instead, with Lita in her corner. Christy Hemme was not ready for a one-on-one Mania match, and it wasn't very good. Christy Hemme and Trish do not have an episode of Rivalries all to themselves. Number 6, Triple H versus John Cena. At WrestleMania 22, Triple H fought Bugsy Malone, John Cena in Chicago, and it was wonderfully weird. It was one of the first major instances of a hardcore wrestling crowd rejecting big match John and his I win lol shabobigans. Despite the Chicago crowd booing John and loudly approving of Triple H of all people, WWE thought, okay, let's do it again, but this time do it properly, with Triple H versus John Cena 2 being booked for Mania 23 in Detroit. Triple H would have been a babyface this time around and treat Cena as a legitimate threat in a fun switch-up of the dynamic. However, at New Year's Revolution 2007, bloody hell what a cursed format New Year's Revolution was, in a match between DX and Rated RKO, Triple H tore his quad, ending the match in a no contest, and sidelined the game until SummerSlam that same year. However, it may have been a blessing in disguise, with Trip spot being taken by DX Bezzy Shawn Michaels. It was only one of the best Mania main events.
It was a good match,
ever. Number 5, Batista versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 22. WWE have tried to do Batista versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, not once, but twice. The first time was called off due to injury. The second time was called off due to Daniel Bryan, and also Batista's unforgivable genes. At Mania 22, Rey Mysterio fought Randy Orton and Kurt Angle in a triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ray would win that match and go on to be the saddest world champion who ever lived. The original plan was very different. Batista would be World Heavyweight Champion going into Mania, defending it against Royal Rumble winner Randy Orton. However, in January 2006, Batista suffered a torn triceps in a match against Mark Henry on a house show, forcing him to vacate the title on SmackDown. This, coupled with the recent passing of Eddie Guerrero, saw WWE change their plans, awarding the Rumble win and eventual title change to longtime Guerrero friend and rival Rey Mysterio. Number 4, The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. Seems mad to consider.
Oh, they're supposed to fight at Mania first. Okay.
The road not traveled. After all, we all know that at WrestleMania 30, Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker and broke his historic undefeated streak in a moment that created the most horrified crowd reaction since your dad's sex tape. That was not the plan, though. Instead, to celebrate WrestleMania turning Vin Diesel years old, WWE originally booked in The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, a rematch 12 years in the making. The Rock would have lost the title to John Cena at Mania 29, turned up on Raw the next night, and see himself get attacked and written off by Brock. However, The Rock would end up missing that Raw due to injury, tearing his abdomen and adductor tendons off his pelvis during his match with John at Mania. This delayed the filming of Hercules, which likely caused a right royal storm behind the scenes at Hollywood. As such, The Rock has, to this day, not stepped into the ring for a proper match again, because that match at WrestleMania 32 doesn't fucking count, lest the people's pelvis karma cropper. Number 3, Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan. Okay, definitely doesn't feel right to say that Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35 was ruined, considering, what we got in its place, but it's still 100% true that an injury caused this match to be changed. In 2019, the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship was scheduled to be Daniel Bryan defending against AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, and Mustafa Ali. However, on a house show, an errant turnbuckle bump exacerbated a head injury that Ali had picked up against Randy Orton, and Ali was pulled from SmackDown programming in the weeks leading up to the Chamber. Infamously, Ali was replaced in the Gauntlet match on SmackDown by Kofi Kingston, who ended up turning in a career-altering performance, catching fire so much that his momentum carried him beyond the Elimination Chamber match, culminating in Kofi Mania, with KO being bumped to a WWE title match at Fastlane, along with Mustafa Ali. Number 2, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. Okay, now this one sees the term injury being put in the largest possible quotation marks because it's become an open industry secret. This
I lost my small thing. Oh, shit.
entry is all about a fake injury, but hell, Shawn Michaels has never admitted that's the case, so on the list it goes. At WrestleMania 12, HBK beat Bret Hart in WWE's first ever Iron Man match to win his first ever WWE Championship. 1 year later, at WrestleMania 13, the original plan was for Shawn to return the favor and drop the WWE Championship to the Hitman. However, sadly, HBK went down with an air quotes, knee, air quotes, injury, one that also cost him his smile in a morose interview on Thursday, Raw Thursday, where he vacated the title. It's widely believed that Michael simply didn't want to job to his real-life rival Bret Hart, and the injury has been wildly exaggerated. In the end, via some convoluted bollocks, neither man wrestled in Mania 13's main event, with Psycho Sid somehow defending the title against The Undertaker in a match. And number 1, WrestleMania 32's entire main event card. Talk about a cursed show. WrestleMania 32 was supposed to feature the following matches: John Cena versus The Undertaker, replacing Sting versus The Undertaker after Sting went down with a briefly career...
Yeah, I'm still hurt that we never got that because of that injury. And then for him to lose that Mania against Triple H didn't help either, man.
ending injury, only for the replacement match to be pulled after Cena went down with a shoulder injury. Seth Rollins was supposed to face off against his authority dad, Triple H, before Seth went down with the knee injury that forced him to vacate the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns was supposed to wrestle Brock Lesnar in a rematch from their cashed-in-on Classic the previous year. None of the planned top 3 matches at Mania 32 ended up happening. Triple H fought Roman Reigns in one of the worst Mania matches ever. Shane McMahon fought The Undertaker in one of the weirdest WrestleMania matches ever. And Brock Lesnar was given Dean Ambrose in one of the most disappointing Mania matches ever. Not to mention countless other changes that must have been made to the card with Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, Randy Orton, Neville, Luke Harper not making the show due to various injuries. It's the lost WrestleMania. And also, my first WrestleMania. Hooray. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Let us know in the comments. And also, check out...
Wow, that's crazy though. Like a whole WrestleMania event killed because of injury. That's wild right there. Anyway, this is a good video for sure though. From partsFUNknown though as well too though, for continuing my WrestleMania videos, reactions. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do one more from that list. But other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.